From Los Angeles, we're at the Coliseum for the start of the second half. USC with a 14-7 lead on Utah State. Dave Fleming, David Diaz, Infante back with you here at the Coliseum. And David, I thought the USC offense did some good things in the first half. But to me, at least, what was most impressive about the Trojans was the way they defended one of the best quarterbacks in the country, Chucky Keaton.
Absolutely. The defense as good as advertised. I thought they did a great job. Anytime you hold an offense that comes in averaging almost 50 points a game to 7 in the first half, you're doing the right thing. Great combination of pressure and coverage from behind. And then Williams, an outstanding defensive end for SC. You see the pursuit, you see the physicality on defense, and the pressure they put on offenses. They've got a lot of hits on Chucky Keaton, been pressuring them. I've given up a couple big plays, but nothing to get him in the end zone. So it'll be interesting to see if they could keep this up against one of the most exciting players in the country.
Well, Keaton made a couple big plays, some impressive throws, but I think overall you're right. USC, that pressure kept the Aggies offense out of the normal rhythm we have seen from them, and the competition a lot different in the first few weeks of the season. But Utah State came in averaging 49 points a game, well over 500 yards a game, and they just did not get a lot going with Keaton and their weapons on offense. They will get the ball first here to start the second half. Jay Glover right, back deep to receive for the Aggies. So here we go, a very big game on both sides for different reasons. Opportunity for the Aggies for kind of a program defining win on the road against the powerhouse Trojans, and for USC, with all the pressure around this program, Trojans feel like they gotta have this one. It'll be a touchback, and we'll throw down to Shelley Smith, who talked to the Utah State head coach Matt Wells.
Very calm, very poised, says we are right in this game. What we have to do better, obviously, is rush the ball and do a better job on third down. They are just 2 of 7 converting third downs. So if we can run the ball a little bit better, be a little cleaner, a little more consistent, and convert those third downs, we'll be right there.
All right, Shelley, thanks. And I do think that word clean, the penalties, there were some very big penalties against the Aggies, and they need to clean those up if they have a chance here today.
Yeah, 7 penalties in the first half of play.
Last 3 times they had the ball in the first half, Utah State had 3 and out, and here we go, another penalty.
False start, number 66 of the offense. It remains first down, 5-yard penalty.
This is just so unlike what we've seen from Utah State these last couple of years. Very sloppy with a lot of mistakes like that.
Yeah, a veteran unit. These aren't the types of penalties, the false starts that you typically see from a veteran group like this.
So Chucky Keaton on 1st and 15. Not how the Aggies wanted to start. Keaton is going to try to run and just nowhere to go. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but Leonard Williams, number 94, he is a stud. He was right there.
Yeah, he's 6'5", 290 pounds. And you see the quick swim move on the design, I think, quarterback draw. They're trying to get out of the way.
Now those guys up front, look at all the experience for Utah State, and they have had big-time issues against USC's defensive line. And we should tag that by saying SC's defensive line is a very talented group. That throw way away from the intended target, Brandon Swindle, incomplete, and Chucky Keaton looks a little lost right now.
Yeah, rush that throw a little bit right there, you know, because USC's, they've been all around them all afternoon long, and that starts to get in the quarterback's head at some point. The clock starts running, going, boy, I've got to make a quick decision, and that time to time it off with the wide receiver.
How many of these 3rd and long kind of plays have we seen from the Aggies? A lot. And they have not been very successful outside of one big pass play. 2 receivers left. Now a 3rd. Van Leeuwen in motion out left. Keaton back to pass and throws short. The pass is almost intercepted. Off the deflection, it came right to big Leonard Williams, and he thinks he should have had it. It's 4th and 15.
Again, there's a combination of pressure and coverage. This time Utah State picks up the pressure, but the hit by Hayes Puller, the linebacker, on Van Leeuwen. Boy, I tell you what, that one you're going to feel tomorrow.
Big time hit to force the incompletion, nearly the interception on the ricochet. Now a little change in the protection for the punt game. And Ventrude, and again, he was pressured end over end punt. It's going to bounce and take a Utah State bounce out of bounds, but excellent field position coming up for the Trojans offense. After that punt of 36 yards and no return, 14-7 USC, and the field position for the Trojans offense. We'll see if that play calling can get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, not really pushing the ball down the field except for the end of that second half. But the running game's getting going, and they've got to find that mix between being physical and attacking the line of scrimmage and that play action game to get Marquise Lee down the field.
So Cody Kessler, who I think overall had a nice first half.
Solid. He had a very solid first half. Managed the football game pretty darn well.
So the officials stop USC from coming to the line here. And I think we've got a problem with the chain on the far sideline, so an equipment timeout almost before SC can get going on offense. Cody Kessler, just 6'1", but a real good athlete, kid from Bakersfield. And Kessler, who was a great high school basketball player, just a real good all-around athlete, and that's what they're trying to get worked out. That equipment, the chain is broken. So they got to fix the chains. While we have a moment, we get a chance to remind you ESPN College Football Primetime presented by Hampton Hotels. Auburn LSU tonight, 7:45 Eastern on ESPN. Also available live on Watch ESPN. The Tigers at home under the lights against the Auburn Tigers. So now we're ready to go. That chain has been fixed. 1st and 10 USC. Trey Madden, the tailback, on his way to another 100-yard rushing day. More good coverage. Really just nothing happening right from the start. It's 4th down, and despite that field position, you can see the frustration for Kiffin.
Well, that time they drop Fackrell and bring pressure outside. But again, look at the coverage on Marquise Lee. That is outstanding by Lawson. You're staying man-to-man with the best receiver in the country on a critical 3rd down.
Lee just hasn't had a whole lot of room to operate in this game. The busiest man for SC has been the punter, Chris Alvarado. Another punt coming up for the Trojans. Utah State with a little pressure, and that one is not a good punt. Alvarado's had a pretty good day. He'll get a favorable bounce. It's going to kick out of bounds at the 15 or so. That counts as good field position for the Aggies based on the last couple times they've had the ball. ESPN College Football Primetime presented by Hampton Hotels. Auburn LSU tonight, 7:45 Eastern on ESPN. Also available live on Watch ESPN. 6th-ranked Tigers at home in Baton Rouge against an Auburn team that has gotten better this year. Headed in the right direction. Auburn, of course, last year was such a disaster. Utah State went into Auburn a couple years ago and nearly beat the Tigers coming off their national championship. Utah State is a team that has been on the road against some very good teams, has played well in a lot of those games. They know about the pressure of this kind of situation, but they have not gotten one of those signature wins away from home yet. That's what they're trying to do here today, and they've got a chance to do it. You see the close losses late in the last couple of years. Chucky Keaton back to pass, throws middle, and it's incomplete. Again, he threw it so hard, Swindle just could not bring it in. He was open. It's 3rd down and 8.
Swindle was open for the 1st down. Again, like you said, a fastball by Chucky Keaton.
And sometimes a little finesse might do him well. 3rd and 8. 4 of 14 Utah State is on 3rd downs in this game. Keaton back to pass, throws right. He's got his man caught. 1st down. Out to the 30. Now there's Swindle, made the catch that time.
And you'll see Swindle again, 6'4", 200 pounds outside. The soft coverage by SC in the back by Seymour. He just turns up right at the sticks, gets a 1st down.
Well, he's played pretty well today. 1st down for the Aggies and some breathing room. They have spent so much of this half in this game and deep in their own territory. Keaton all kinds of time looking downfield, now going to scramble and go out of bounds. Right near the line of scrimmage, shoved out of bounds. Leonard Williams with the pressure. Chucky Keaton has been corralled. He has not made much happen today with his legs.
Yeah, four-man rush by USC again. Playing coverage behind it. Nice job in the back half of taking care of things. Chucky really nowhere to go with the football. And then nice job of being aware where he was in the rush by SC's D-line.
And the rushing total impacted by the sacks he's taken, but still just no big plays on the ground for a guy who is the leading rusher on the season for Utah State. Handoff, right side running, and across the 30 to the 33. Joey DiMartino, gain of 3 yards. Another third down for Utah State. Pressure moments. The Aggies are running out of time in this game. Third and 7. Keaton pressured, throws, and he's got the pass complete, but I don't know. Very close to the first down. Travis Reynolds sat down right near that marker, and he made the catch. It's going to depend on the spot, and I don't know if they got a great spot.
Morgan Breslin has been almost unblockable against linemen and offensive backs, running backs. A spin move inside at the feet of Chucky Keaton. Chucky's able to complete the throw, but short of the first down.
Well, I think the spot was an accurate one. It just depends on this measurement here. It looks like he was a little bit short, and Utah State's going to have a decision. We'll wait till they stretch the chain out, and just barely. Wow.
That's as close as you can get.
And I think the Aggies are going to go for it here.
I think they got to. You're on the road. You're Utah State. You've got one of the best players in the country. A veteran offensive line. They say it's a game of inches. Might be a game of just about an inch.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Utah State gets the play call in now. Play clock. They still got plenty of time. They're going to hand the ball off, straight ahead running, and I think he got it. Now, initially it didn't look like there was any room there, but instead of a quarterback keeper, they handed the ball off, and they get the first down. So a big yard for the Aggies. Keeps the drive going. Joey DiMartino. He got tripped up, but he fell forward for the first down. Keaton throws, tipped, incomplete. And a near interception. Hayes Pollard got his hand on that one. Number 10, one of the captains of the Trojans defense. Second down for Chucky Keaton and the Utah State Aggies.
Is this the moment? Is this the drive they've been waiting for?
For years. Close calls at Texas A&M, at Auburn, at Wisconsin, at Utah. Keaton in the pocket, looking deep right side, and incomplete, out of bounds. Intended for Reynolds. Keaton got hit again. And this time he is hurt.
Yeah, you can't shake that one off right there. That was Kennard coming in, delivering the blow instead of Breslin this time. We got a couple bookends over there, SC does.
3rd and 10. What is this, the 9th 3rd and 10 or more for Utah State in this game? That's a big total. From the shotgun, pressure, the screen, complete, but a very short gain. USC defended that well. They got pressure, but they also swarmed the pass catcher. And SC, their 2 defensive players collided hard, and that collision has caused an injury timeout. Pollard, man, he got licked. And George Uko was in on that collision as well.
Yeah, they hit each other as the receiver ducked underneath the tackle. You'll see him to the left of your screen. Number 90 coming in right there. And Pollard coming over the top.
Natson got down and avoided that collision. It's 4th down, and I think Utah State wants to go for it again. This time not 4th and inches, it's 4th and 9. 4 minutes, now under 4 minutes to go. Now the Aggies are gambling here. Pressure picked up initially. Keaton's going to try to run for it. Chucky Keaton can't get away. He's tackled short of the first down. And the SC defense comes up big again. And it was George Uko who stayed in the game after getting hurt. He made a very big play.
See George Uko and Kennard again. That's the speed of that SC defense. Being able to chase down Chucky Keaton. Looked like he had some space.
And Lane Kiffin for a moment can be pleased with that. This game is not over, though. Not by any stretch. Utah State, they've got all 3 timeouts. 3.5 minutes to go. SC's defense holds. 17-14 Trojans. Another drive that starts in Aggies territory. Pitch back play. Aguilar left side trying to get to the edge. Aguilar has the first down. Down to the 35-yard line.
You see Aguilar, Lane Kiffin getting in the bag of tricks, trying to create an explosive play for SC. Aguilar being a senior, being a has got to get out of bounds, trying to stop the keep from going out of bounds and get down in the field of play as they got to start working this clock.
Well, they do spot the ball and run the clock now. So right about 3 minutes to go. Marquise Lee in motion. And they will hand it off to Trey Madden. Left side running. Gain of a yard. We'll see if the Aggies use a timeout or not. It looks like the answer is not. SC now wants to be very deliberate.
Take your time. These are situations you work on during the week all the time.
Yeah, they worked on them yesterday in their walkthrough. Just those late game kind of situations. Madden again, the tailback. No reason for the Trojans to snap a play until the play clock is very close to 0. They run the play with the clock at 3. Madden to the right side this time and spun around. Finally dragged down. And pretty close to the first down. Good effort by Trey Madden. B.J. Larson. Madden wanted that first down. Now Utah State calls the timeout. It'll be 3rd and short when we come back. SC trying to hang on. They lead 17-14. Back here to Los Angeles. Dave Fleming, David Diaz, Infante. 17-14 SC with a lead over Utah State. We do welcome those of you who watched Wisconsin get a win. USC trying to hang on for a victory in a big play here. 3rd and 2 out of the timeout. 2:10 to go. Trojans ball. Cody Kessler, the quarterback, under center. Handoff Madden. Madden straight ahead running, and I don't know. Close, but he might not have gotten the first down. They'll stop the clock. Utah State burns a timeout. They may well have stopped the clock to measure anyway, but Utah State wants to freeze that clock no matter what.
See Trey Madden running hard, putting his pads down. Boy, that is the test of 2 wills right there at the line of scrimmage. This one's close to call here.
And if they don't get it, if they did not get enough to get the first down, it'll be interesting to see if SC decides on 4th down to try to go for it and essentially put the game away, or if they try a long field goal to pad a 3-point lead. And I think SC would probably choose to go for it. But first things first, the measurement. Now, this is very big. We've already had missed field goals on both sides in this game, and they are short by what, a half a yard? So 4th down and maybe a foot or so. Kiffin and his quarterback are going to talk about it. I am not sure about Utah State's handling of the clock here. They waited after a first down play, did not call a timeout. Then on second and after the second down play on third and short, burned that timeout. Essentially, they put themselves in a spot here where if they don't stop SC on this play, the game is going to be over. Or real close to it. But they have a chance to get the ball back if they can stop the Trojans. So we'll see. Kessler. And he's going to keep it, try to push his way forward. It's going to depend on the spot. But I think he got a favorable spot. And if so, that's going to be a first down. There wasn't a whole lot of room there. They stopped the clock. They'll take a look at it. Obviously, this is huge. It is a first down, USC. First down, Trojans with 2 minutes to go.
You see that surge by the offensive line. Boy, that's as tough as it gets right there. Way to bury your shoulders and drive your legs. Cody Kessler gutting it out. Look at the look on Lane Kiffin. A sense of relief right there for him.
The game is not over yet. And Kessler got out of that pile a little slowly. Utah State called their final timeout. So they stopped the clock with 2 minutes to go. But the Trojans, as long as they execute here, are looking like they're going to escape with a victory. So 17-14 USC. It has not been pretty. Trojans have fewer than 300 yards of offense on the day. The USC defense has been really spectacular against a powerful offense for the Aggies. SC going to hand the ball off to Madden. Straight ahead running. So not taking a knee, running a play. A gain of 4 yards. Utah State cannot stop the clock now. If Utah State can get these plays over with as quickly as possible, maybe a chance for some final seconds left on the clock. But SC's got to be very deliberate here. No reason to snap the ball until there's 1 on that play clock. And now they're going to be conservative about it and take a knee. So quickly, let's go back to the studio and Robert Flores.
All right, guys, right now on ESPN, tight one between Rutgers and Arkansas. Scarlet Knights, Gary Nova to Leonte Caro. That puts the Scarlet Knights up 4 late in the 4th quarter. Rutgers with the ball.
Well, that would be huge for Rutgers. I'm not sure you can call this one huge. SC's going to win this game, but it really has not been pretty for the Trojans offense. There are going to be a lot more questions about SC on the offensive side of the ball. One thing the Trojans did do in this game, David, though, is their defense was outstanding. So there's the final knee, and SC's not going to be forced to run another play here. Win for the Trojans. It wasn't always pretty, but USC gets the job done. Final score here from the Coliseum: USC 17, Utah State 14. For David Diaz, Infante, Shelley Smith, and our entire crew, Dave Fleming saying so long. Let's head back to the studio.
John Saunders alongside of Jesse Palmer. Lane Kiffin trying to pretend like he was a satisfied coach, but you could tell he's not satisfied. Can't be with that offense. What do they have to do to get better?
Utah State, I think, is a better defense than people give them credit for, but there are 3 key areas of concern right now on USC's offense, and these are the 3 biggest question marks coming into the year. 1, quarterback. 2, being more physical running the football. 3, finding a complementary wide receiver to go along with Marquise Lee. Cody Kessler, Max Wittick both struggled mightily week 1 and 2. Kessler looked so good last week against Boston College. Must be more efficient than he was today. They have very good running backs and guys like Trey Madden and Justin Davis, but they got to get more push up front, running the football when the opposing defense expects you to run it. And we're all waiting for Nelson Aguilar to finally emerge. Someone else has to take coverage and pressure off of Marquise Lee, who is the best wide receiver in the nation, if USC hopes to compete for a Pac-12 South and then potentially a bid in a Rose Bowl. they got to do a lot better on offense because Clancy Pendergast, their defensive coordinator, is doing a great job. This offense, though, has to pick it up.
Right now, they have to compete for their fans. The fans are not happy looking at this offense. People reminded of Pete Carroll and what his offenses did there. Don't forget tonight, most of you will see head coach Brady Hoke and the Michigan Wolverines take on the UConn Huskies. That's at 8 o'clock. We'll see you then.